Every available study on the subject, every available piece of data shows that the greatest privilege a person can have is having been raised by his father and his mother in a loving two-parent home with mom and dad married and both present physically and emotionally in the home, and hopefully displaying some degree of love and affection to each other. That is the greatest indicator for a child's future success. So I would really love it if conservatives would stop defending Elon Musk's actions to me. I get that we all love what he's doing with the federal government, and I am right there with you. But we can love that while also still being true to our conservative principles and values. But what I see a lot of from conservative social media is, first of all, a lot of vitriol for Ashley, the woman in this situation. And I do understand that, but certainly at least half of that vitriol should also go to the man too, to the father, right? I mean, it takes two to tango. I see conservatives saying things like, oh, well, he has the money for it, and oh, he's staving off population decline. And no, that's actually not conservative. He's actually setting his children up for failure. He has failed as a father. He already has one son who thinks he is the opposite gender and refuses to talk to Elon. And I understand that breaks his heart because he's opened up about it in interviews. But while I feel a certain degree of sympathy, it's also like, did you set yourself up for this? Did you set your son up for this? And certainly remaining married as parents does not 100% protect you from your child thinking he's the opposite gender or something crazy like that. But again, it's about giving your child the best possible chance at success and happiness and contentment and fulfillment in this life. And Elon Musk has failed to do that to the tune of allegedly 13 children with allegedly 5 different women. We should be able to call that out as conservatives and call it for what it is. This is a similar issue to the issue I have with conservatives embracing Andrew Tate wholeheartedly without question. Conservatives like Benny Johnson and Alina Habba having him on their shows and praising him and not asking him any hard questions. Meanwhile, he's out here saying he has multiple baby mamas and that a man should have multiple baby mamas because that makes him a conqueror. He's saying that in real time, in present day, and conservatives don't have any questions for him on that. And every time I bring that up, I'm told, oh, well, our sons have no masculine role models. Really? Really? Why can't you say, hey, I like some of what you're saying. I like some of what you're doing. And also I'm praying that you marry one of the mothers of your children because that's what you should do as a man. And I'm praying you turn over a new leaf because that's actually what's conservative and that's actually what's going to save this country is more intact, loving, respectful homes with mom and dad. Why can't we do both? Why can't we grow a backbone? I understand that Elon Musk's children are set for life financially, and certainly that's nothing to scoff at. I know that better than a lot of people as someone who's struggled my whole life and comes from a family that struggles. But there's no amount of money that can appropriately mimic what your children would have had if they had been raised by you and by their mother in a loving home. There's no amount of money that can mimic that. And for me, that's one of the too often overlooked sides of this story since Friday night, which is, it's really reminding me at least, and I know it sounds trite, that money cannot buy you the most important things in life. Money cannot buy you any kind of sense. Money cannot buy you a good relationship with your children. Money cannot buy you that time back with your children. It cannot buy you those precious years that you lost with your children. Money cannot buy you the greatest privilege you could give your children, which is you and their mother or you and their father raising them together in the home. Money can't buy any of that. Money cannot buy the most important things in life. And in this life, you can always make more money. You can always make more money, but you can't make back lost time. You can't make back lost years. And you can't buy the things that matter most. While we're on the subject, money can't buy Elon the respect of the mother, or in his case, the mothers of his children. Now, obviously, Elon is connected enough to be able to fight any legal battle in court and probably win. He's also popular enough right now to be able to win in the court of public opinion, should any of this come to that. But isn't there something to be said for respect from the mother of your children? Isn't that kind of priceless? And by the same token, isn't there something to be said for a respect and love from the father of your children if you are a mother? Isn't that kind of priceless? I don't know. I kind of think that a man who has the respect of the mother of his children, who incidentally is hopefully also his wife, I kind of think that he's wealthier even than Elon Musk. And I mean that. Because again, these are things that you can't put a price on. These are things that you cannot buy. And so I hope that as conservatives, we can have an honest voice about that. That we can recognize, yes, there's good here, and there's also a whole lot of bad, and we shouldn't be propping it up. Sure, we all sin and mistakes happen. Yes, there are single parent homes and there are blended families, and none of that is the ideal, even remotely, but it is far better than any child being killed in utero. I am 100% for that. But if you truly have 5 baby mamas, at that point, it's not mistakes happen. It's you. You are the problem. And again, you have failed as a parent and you are setting your children up for failure in life. And I think that we should recognize that as conservatives.